This racetrack has existed for long over 60 years. In that time, it's seen countless changes: dirt racing, asphalt racing, major investments, the biggest series there is, and lastly, abandonment. But with this revival, this track has never seen anything like what's happening now. Today marks one of the most important moments in Mansfield Speedway history, and for 7 months we've been teasing, planning, and preparing for today, a major piece to the final stage of our revival. And today it becomes real right in front of our eyes. So stick around to the end because you really won't want to miss the full construction progress, real cost breakdown of installing a digital screen that rivals the size of those in professional football stadiums, and most importantly, why we even made this decision in the first place. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Matt Tifton Mansfield Speedway YouTube channels, because what we have in store for you in 2026 will absolutely blow you away. With that being said, back to the video.
What the hell happened to this thing?
Mansfield, Ohio, Dick 57 on the 2004 Honda Accord. 4-door, don't let that fool you, ladies. He rips Leon Feinstein.
The transmission doesn't shift unless you turn it off and turn it back on.
Can I just say how scared I am for mostly his life, but somewhat your life?
Stay there. Go get a word from our boy in the Dick 57. Leon Feinstein.
Transmission cut out because I tried to neutral drop it. It doesn't shift sometimes, so that's why it goes doom, doom, doom.
My crappy Chinese Grom still beat your crappy Honda Accord. It's the Honda 1
more race, let's go.
meter.
All right, round number 1 goes to Caleb Burns. Grab a gear and let her eat, all right, bud?
I got my money on the Honda.
Here? Oh, man.
Honda.
Ah! You trying to get some extra downforce back there?
Yeah, dude, I got a spoiler, bud.
That was a little too close for me to call from this perspective. I think it went to Leon.
Did you lose?
He took me on the stall. His didn't shift the first round. Mine stalled on the second round.
I won. That's what happens when your transmission can shift.
I was pulling on the clutch and I bump shifted back in after it stalled out.
If you are excited for our 2026 season and want to show off some of your rowdiness, go to thespeedway.com and get your 57 Club merch now while it's still available. And on this topic, we're doing a massive giveaway for our tickets launching February 2nd. That's right, you get a chance to win a whopping $5,000 if you purchase either a t-shirt or tickets from our website, thespeedway.com/win. You might be the lucky winner, so don't miss out on this opportunity. The link is going to be in the description. We can't wait to see you guys this 2026 season. Alright, this is the moment you've been waiting for. Our $1 million upgrade to the Mansfield Speedway is here, and from the very early days of our revival, we've been hinting that something big was coming. And this has always been part of the plan. Not for aesthetics, not just to look impressive, but to fundamentally change how you experience a racetrack. This new Jumbotron gives us the ability to bring back the track to life in ways we've never been able to before. Our ideas already range from drive-in movie nights to interactive experiences and games on the screen, and most importantly, our newest official initiative, the Vault. The Vault allows fans to submit historic and memorable photos or videos of Mansfield Speedway to be featured on the screen throughout the race season. It's a way to preserve the history of this place and put the fans directly into the story of the racetrack. And this is just the beginning, because we want to hear from you on what else this screen should be used for. We could make race nights, events, or off-season experiences even better. So share your ideas in the comments below, because this investment was made for you. Today marks history, ladies and gentlemen, because the Jumbotron is going up. We are going to film all of it.
Put both those columns in the ground. They're 31 feet in the ground. There'll be upper columns that go inside them, get welded, and then the torsion tubes connect those two, and then we build everything off of that.
Holy shit.
I'm Ben Harbaugh with Ohio Outdoor, and we're getting ready to get started on the Jumbotron project right behind me. Right over there, we got a big hole drilled. It's actually 6 foot in diameter and over 30 feet deep. We're going to be setting the first column today, and as we roll in tomorrow, we're going to get the second column set with the main framework of the sign. And next week, we'll start building the rest of the steel and the structure. And here in probably 2-3 weeks tops, this thing's going to be built and ready to hopefully fire it or be ready to get power connected to it. So it's going to be pretty exciting. You guys have already said it, but the face is 42 feet tall and over 70 feet wide, so it's going to be pretty exciting. Right now, we're just getting ready to brace up the first column, so we're gonna drop the first column in and get ready to pour concrete around it, and they'll brace it and make sure it's straight.
If you've made it this far, don't forget to subscribe, because over the next few months leading into the first race since this track's abandonment, things will start to get crazy real fast. Alright, enough yapping. This next part is by far one of the most interesting and exciting pieces to this entire project. Let's see what the heck $1 million buys you in the world of digital billboards. To start, there are two parts to this build, starting with the LED panels and ending with construction. For those of you unfamiliar, most billboards you see on highways or other facilities are about 12 to 16 millimeters, referring to the distance between each pixel. These are optics 10 millimeter panels that offer high performance and exceptional stability, which means that it's one of the sharpest and highest quality screens you can get on the market. This Jumbotron is going to be unbelievable. Some key features include 10,000 nits of brightness, excellent visibility in full sunlight, redundant data and power, onboard backups for maximum reliability, automatic brightness adjustment with full sleep mode, and it's fully waterproof with an IP66 rating, as well as all aluminum cabinets for durability. The screen size is 70 by 42 feet, codenamed Optics 10mm LED display, and some included equipment is a few controllers you see listed here. All in all, this is a $519,644.10 purchase. And of course, you can see some of the other spare items we have included, and the structure and installation description. And finally, finishing off with the construction piece, we of course have the 40 by 72 digital display itself, dual column steel structure that supports the modular LED display cabinets, the 20-inch height above ground level, 5 interior catwalk levels, access ladder and full safety package, overall structure height, steel fabrication, plus erection and assembly included, which the provider being Cooper Digital, with a total of $489,900. With the total sitting just a little over $1 million. So if you're looking to have a digital billboard installed, this is the price you'd probably be looking for. We hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of that financial segment, but now let's let Caleb take the lead and show you around the progress a few days later and some reactions from some of the team.
Nothing like this has ever been done in Mansfield, Ohio, and for the first time in history, Mansfield Speedway has a Jumbotron that you are going to get to witness and experience in the grandstands and anytime you are here on site. Billboards and advertisements and commercials, mostly created by us here at Mansfield Speedway. Fucking cold. These guys putting the Jumbotron in have been hard at work getting this thing together, and this has gone up in less than 3 days, what you see behind me. And even though it may have looked small in the last clip, you can see behind me how massive this thing actually is. I got tears coming out my eye because it's so cold.
Man, the Jumbotron, we've been talking about it forever, and now it's finally up, man. Can you believe that?
Look how massive this thing is. I mean, again, I know you guys can't see it inside of like the screen of how big it is, but like this camera is hundreds of feet away from this massive structure. What do you think it's gonna look like by the time we actually get like the panels on?
I don't know, but just seeing it go into the ground and all these guys working on it, it's inspired some creativity and all of the things that we can do with that Jumbotron, and all those fans gonna be sitting in the stands for everything for years to come, man.
Right behind me now. I mean, look at that. Look at Robbie. He's like 5'5". I'm 5'4".
5'5".
Are you 5'4"?
Not 5'7", bro.
Oh, damn. Well, I'm 5'4", so. So, whoops. But look at that right there. That is actually incredible. No wonder why the FAA really wanted their permits, because you got to have a giant-ass crane up here doing this stuff.
Yeah, and also keep in mind, what we're watching right now. Oh!
Ooh, whoa! That dude almost got clocked.
I was literally just about to say, this is the most unsafe place to be.
That was actually kind of crazy. I'm not going to lie.
I am so glad that you
Homie-
captured that. Dude almost lost his head up there.
Homie actually almost got clocked by the top of this thing. Yeah, that was kind of insane. I can't believe we just witnessed that.
Oh my gosh.
No wonder why these guys wear hard hats.
Yeah, no,
But look at this right here. All right, there's your nice pan out right there. Have you looked and seen what this looks like from the track yet?
I have not. I haven't been down there. I've been trying to film up here.
All right. Let's go here, hop in my car, hop in Frank, and let's go drive over to the grandstand, see what this looks like. All right, so here we are at the grandstand side of things and looking at that screen right there. All right, here's a little bit of a zoomed in clip here. That's at a 2x zoom on this tiny action camera. And here's your grandstands piece. That thing's massive.
That's going to be huge.
That is actually insane. If you followed along with the project so far, just like I was talking about in the car, like we are down to the wire. We have 120 days-ish until racing kicks off, and every single day counts at this point. There's no time anymore for, there's no time for one day off or a hiccup or a permit issue. Like everything has to align. The stars got to align to make this work. So every single one of you that are out here supporting us, cheering us on, thank you, for one. And secondly, we're going to make this work. We're going to put 110% of our effort in to make this the most badass facility here in 2026. I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, man, I just can't stop looking at it and just seeing everybody coming out here and rally together and working. And I'm telling you, it is like 0 degrees out here. There's a wind chill of nothing. And,
the hands are turning red, close to
purple
blue.
over here, man. Yeah, we're cyanotic as heck, but we're still getting things rolling here at Mansfield, and seeing the Jumbotron, man, it's just, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, man.
The light's here. Things feel good this week. Progress is moving again. We were stalled a little bit there with some permitting and bullshit, but now we're moving. Progress is happening. We can see it, and we can feel the energy. I can almost smell the fumes.
Can you?
I can.
Get a little high from it? Let's go.
Make sure you guys subscribe. If you're watching this stuff, we've got so much more content planned for 2026. And Robbie and I will see you in the podcast room. You'll hear Robbie up in the media room. We've been making progress on that. You're going to see a lot of us this year.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. Can't wait to see you at the track.
Great perspective from Caleb and the progress on the Jumbotron so far. You can really tell how big of a project this is and truly what potential it holds for our race season. And finally, before we wrap up, here's a quick update from Matt.
As you can tell, we are not in Ohio. We are in Southwest Florida because part of our deal of moving to Cleveland was what, Jordan?
If we move to Cleveland, I want to winter in Florida.
So we spent a little bit of time in Florida each winter. But
Because I'm from here.
yes, she is from, an hour from here? We're in Sanibel right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, we've had one hell of a week, a couple months really, trying to get some progress going on the lights and the Jumbotron from the FAA side of things. If you have never tried to file something through the FAA on top of a government shutdown and done it in a timely fashion, let me tell you, it is not fun. Okay, so we filed our Jumbotron paperwork back in September of 2025. The date today is January 12th, 13th, or something like that. It really was. Anyways, we got our approval yesterday. They are supposed to take 45 days. Last time I checked, September plus 45 days is not January. Not January. Anywho, I have squinty eyes. I had to keep on my sunglasses so I can't see anything. We finally got our approval back to go start construction. So back in Mansfield, they are boring all the holes today to start putting in our $1 million 70-foot by 40-foot Jumbotron into the ground today. Now, bad news. we put in our light request for our Musco poles, and that was denied due to the fact that our racetrack is right next to an active runway, being the Mansfield Airport. So what had to happen there was, because it took several months, we had to go get an Ohio state senator involved just to get an answer from the damn FAA to go process this. It's insanity to go get responses from government. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Yeah, it's crazy. So anyways, there's some light poles there, and we had them at 70 feet in the air. Well, according to the FAA, they cannot be higher than 70 feet in the air. We knew that, so we put them 70 feet in the air. They denied it, so now we have to hustle and maybe put them at 68 feet in the air. So we will have a call at 11 a.m. this morning to try and re-engineer this entire thing. The bigger problem, though, is in the middle. We had two poles that were at 125 feet. In previous years, they were put at 90-some feet in the middle. So one of them can be at 94 feet, is what they reported back. The other one was at 70 feet. Well, years ago, both were at 90, so we're trying to figure out why the discrepancy is there now. It's out of an airport safety landing zone. So it's a whole thing, and we're having to completely redesign the layout for our lighting. What that also means, though, is because we were using two taller poles, we will now have to go in and see how many more poles we have to put in, how many more conduit lines, fiber lines, wireless fiber, receivers, whatever that might be for the budget of this project. So it's frustrating, but it is in the name of pilot safety, which I totally get. But we're on a time crunch, and what this comes down to is we have approximately 1 week to go get this approved. So it's coming down to the wire to make sure we can have this for our practice night. Now, worst case scenario for our practice night, we'll put up some temporary lighting, but we have to make sure this is up for our first race day, May 2nd, bar none. And it will be done one way or another for that. But yeah, we're just having to go back to the drawing board a bit. But Jumbotron will be up, and we're going to figure it out one way or another for our lighting here.
Those of you who have made it to the end, we are greatly appreciative of your support. We can't wait to see you here during race season, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Matt Tifft YouTube channel and Mansfield Speedway YouTube channel. Lastly, our tickets are going live February 2nd with a $5,000 cash giveaway. So once again, you really won't want to miss this insane opportunity to get your hands back into the Mansfield Speedway and also entering in to win a big hunk of cash. Go to thespeedway.com/win and you may just be the winner of this giveaway. With that being said, we wish you luck.